Stranger Things Season 5 kind of came out with a whimper. A lot of people who are Stranger Things fans, of which I'm not, because honestly, it is a LGBTQ propaganda show. Uh, we're out there talking about, oh gosh, not much happened in this. It kind of just recapped a lot, and they talked about what happened in season 4. And on top of it, like Netflix is doing this stupid release schedule where they've got part 1 coming out today, part 2 coming out in December, part 3 coming out at the end of the year. And it's like they do this now. Netflix loves to take these series seasons and split them into 3 parts. Honestly, if you're going to do it like this, just put up an episode a week like a normal show, or just binge watch it all at once. I mean, this sort of like halfway thing of doing it is obnoxious, and only Netflix does this type of thing, but it is what it is. But it's also generated some controversy because of an opening scene. Jack Posobiec was going viral on X earlier yesterday because of what happened in this opening scene, which he describes as a graphic PR of a small boy. Now, this is something I watched the opening scene of this just to kind of confirm what it is, and I have my own thoughts on it, which I'll get into in just a moment. But we will, of course, get into this. And I'll remind you that this is, regardless, just this obnoxious Netflix show with all the obnoxious same LGBTQ crap that they put into everything. So while this may be a little much reading into things and a little of an overreaction, the show itself is still a big problematic thing, which we do need to recognize. So let's read this article that's coming out and going viral right now in just a moment. So please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things sci-fi here. I appreciate you guys for being here. I am a sci-fi writer myself, and I do have a sale going on. My Stars Entwined is my sci-fi space opera. If you like Babylon 5, Deep Space Nine, sweeping space fun stuff, The Expanse, this is going to be something that you'll really enjoy. And it's actually only 99 cents today. And so we have this. It opens up a trilogy, and a lot of people have actually bought the full trilogy. Support our channel and actually read our books. It's also available on print and audio if you like to have those versions of it. But the 99-cent ebook, great way to get into my sci-fi. If you like my thoughts on writing and the like, you're really going to enjoy this. It's in the description below. Thank you guys so much for supporting us today. All right. So the article here, Christian parents are issuing strong warnings to other families about the newest season of Stranger Things, saying that some scenes are deeply inappropriate for younger viewers. The series, rated 14A, released a part 5 of a season 5 on Netflix on Wednesday night. The opening sequence has drawn concern from the likes of Jack and Tanya Posobiec as they describe graphic and disturbing depiction involving a child character in a pedophilic scene. The scene shows a flashback of an 11-year-old Will Byers. Now, Will Byers, they do push into a gay thing at some point, portrayed by Noah Schnapp. During his abduction of the show of an extra-dimensional realm known as the Upside Down, after hiding from the creatures that inhabit the space, Byers is discovered knocked unconscious, and the main antagonist, Vecna. Vecna is then summons tentacle-like appendages that is forced into Byers' mouth, delivering alien slug-like organisms into his body, a storyline that connects back to the end of Season 1, when a rescued Byers later coughs up one of the creatures. So this does have some disturbing content in it, and they've, of course, the first 5 minutes Netflix put on X so that people could watch it. The sequence does show this tentacle scene at length, and so we'll try to pull this up here a little bit. It is a YouTube deal. He gets into here, as you can see, and we'll try to, I'm trying to not play it because of YouTube copyright things, as usually. And here it is. You can see he's gotten, he's all wrapped up by the tentacles here. In this by this monster, and then they have this weird alien thing, like just force these slug things into his mouth in this like sort of force feeding situation. Now it's disturbing, it's gross, it's meant to be, and that is of course what horror and the like is. It is a genre that is always like this. Now, the sequence shows tentacle scene at length, and of course, speaking to Byers while the act occurs. Byers can be heard gagging while the disturbing scene takes place. While a brief version of the moment was shown in Season 1, Season 5 presents a longer and more graphic depiction. One user examined it, saying, "I watched it carefully. They don't show where the tentacle sprang from, so we have to, quote, imagine." It kind of does towards the end of it. They play up the gulping sound, and because, of course, he's force-fed here. Creature stokes his cheek lovingly and says the word beautiful. Whether intention or not, a definite message comes across. Now, like I said, this show does have LGBTQ themes, and it's crazy, and we'll get into this a little bit. Robin, Maya Hawke, is portrayed as a lesbian. Will Byers has been written with indications that he's gay. And the second episode of Season 5 shows a scene where Hawke and her on-screen partner begin getting handsy in a hospital while Byers peeks through a door to watch before dropping a can of Coke. So this is something that's real, And that is a big theme in Stranger Things. That's a disaster on this front. Now, Tanya Posobiec said, of course, they had to throw in a random lesbian scene with the kids. It added nothing to the story, felt out of place. They were checking a box instead of focusing on the plot like usual. It's frustrating when the industry forces unnecessary moments like this, which is what they do all the time. And this is it. It is a LGBTQ nightmare. And actually, the actor here, Noah Schnapp, says he's finally living truthfully because he is now gay, and he actually says that Stranger Things helped him come out as such. So this literally groomed this child actor into something. He says, when I told my friends and family I was gay after being scared in the closet for 18 years, they all said, we know. In 2023, he discussed with Variety how his character being gay in Stranger Things influenced his own embrace of his disordered lifestyle. He said, once I did fully embrace that Will was gay, it was an exponential speed towards accepting it for myself. So this groomed him into this. The Hollywood lifestyle did this, and this is what they want to propagate, right? I would be completely different place if Will didn't have Will to portray and to embrace to help me accept myself. I think if I never played that character, I probably would still be closeted. Now, remember, it's not closeted. He just wouldn't be gay. That's what they call it these days. They act like it's this brave thing or whatever, but it is something that pushed this. So he said he didn't know what it meant when he first took the role. He said, I was so young, I barely even knew what the word meant, and I don't think I knew myself that I was gay. No, you didn't, because you were a kid, and kids are not like that naturally, right? He said, it was just the idea of being gay. It was like, I'm straight. I just reflected on that idea for so long. Later, he claimed the revelation that Will was gay, and that there was no pushback further emboldened him to embrace this lifestyle. He said, I saw these comments on TikTok and Instagram. There was not one bad thing about him being gay. I was like, if he has all this support, why should I worry about anything? And naturally, that's exactly what this show's been doing this entire time. I mean, it's huge. Every single one of these shows out there, every big show now pushes this stuff all the time. Now, back to the comment on this alien monster. I didn't see, upon watching this, any like overtly sexualized imagery in this. I think this is reaching and perhaps overreacting a little bit to it, because this is just a horror scene, and this is just something that happens like this. Obviously, drawing inspiration from Japanese monsters and the like, and it is a creepy scenario, and I don't see it as something like that's sexual with the kid. It seems to be like a force feeding situation where he's just like getting into this like just disgusting sort of scenario right here, and it is creepy, it is awful, and it is being shown to a kid in the thing. But again, that's a normal horror trope on this, and I don't think it has much to do with that. Now, the lesbian scenes later in the show definitely do. That is something that's still in the show, and we just have to like look at this and be like, okay, what is the reality here? And this is why I'm happy to show it to you on here so you can make this determination for yourself. But Stranger Things is a terrible show. Netflix has been propagating this terrible stuff for a long, long time, and it is what it is. But at the same time, I think this is an overreaction, and I think the controversy in this is something that actually is not part of what was intended with the programming or anything like that. And it seems like a little bit of a clickbaity deal. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like, subscribe button. Do you think this is an overtly sexualized scene like is being said, or do you think it's just a normal horror scene moment? Let me know in the comments down below. Love to hear from you. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.